Sarah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they came up with the idea of how to play the duelist like that. Like, it would be so interesting to know, like, what forced them.
Oh, hello. A kill from Blue, 2 kills, and those are great entries.
Okay.
Yeah, sliding into the jet roll just fine. The paranoia setup was beautiful.
Okay.
Blue with
Okay, so crew picked this map, but honestly, it was the only map I watched in preparation for GC.
What a start!
I don't know why I prepared for GC as much as I did. Not even streaming it, but
Yeah,
I watched a lot of GC, and I watched one game of crew, and I watched their Ascent, and I did not like it that much. So we'll see if my opinion is valid as well. They won the game like 13-4 or something, and I remember thinking, yeah, but this didn't.
I'm hoping that we get to look at those opening 2 kills
like,
one more time because it felt looser.
Also,
right?
EDG picked
it felt
attack
like on the fly.
EDG
it felt very
picked attack.
decisive, and I think that's exactly what you need if you're
That's
going to
kinda
play
crazy.
In the position
Attack
that
on
EDG's playing in right now.
Yeah, I mean, we saw
I don't mind picking attack on Ascent though, because on defense, if you go down on defense at the start, it does feel very annoying. Whereas if you know what you're dealing with on attack, you can kind of work your defense up around it. So I don't hate playing picking attack. But the chances of you getting off to like a very good start are very slim.
Other than just a couple of the spicier pistols. That's all it really is. We're going to get to see some of this early exchange.
Yeah, I answered this earlier, GC. I would coach a GC team, but there's oh, rest in peace.
Yeah, that knife whizzing through. You've got the nano going out as well.
It's not as lucrative in general. And
And
the circuit's not that enjoyable in my opinion. Like, your job is basically make it to champs or you're doomed. You gotta make one tournament a year. Like, sounds pretty boring to me.
Weird is going on, but Crew already setting up for 3 towards that A main side.
Which is, I'm really surprised too that they're leaning so hard because they invested util B. I guess that was all they really needed to confirm where the hit is going to end up. Almost everyone is here. Kaniro had a great position, almost does something fascinating. Ultimately can't.
Sorry, it's anti-eco, and my brain, like when I see an anti-eco, my brain just turns off.
Yeah, Prime giving flawless.
My brain just evaporates. Maybe that explains why we lost so many anti-ecos over the years.
Again, they
but my brain just switches.
Towards that A side, but it did not matter because the way that EDG executed looked so much better than the way that we saw them executing on that split. So something really cool, clearing their corners. Cornelian, unfortunately, Blue getting one from that wine spot, and Blue just doing Blue things.
Neutral Milk Hotel, Elliot Smith. I like that stuff.
Had a freaking outrageous
I listened to a lot of Neutral Milk Hotel when I was like 18.
See if they're able to keep that up.
When I was at uni, I listened to a lot. I'm more into just normal folk music now rather than like 90s kind of folk music though.
I believe that knife only tagged
rock, folksy rock. So just like a 4-1.
Take this fight early on anyway.
Yeah, EDG doing a good job of doing these defaults,
grabbing orbs, but we're not really too close to anything.
They like to take the means and use it, just showing.
So we're doing like a counter aggro.
Matter because she is here to show that she's.
It's not a bad idea to set the tone of the game, but at the same time,
down a man Crew. They need to react.
It looks bad when you die, especially when it's your smoker dying. Like if this was Michaela, it would be fine, but your smoker dying, like off of that play,
because you are just alone, no util, nothing to help, and now we see EDG trying to set up.
Yeah, I like a lot of music. I was super into music when I was growing up.
They've got to be really careful here because they've left a lot of safety valves in place, if you will.
I like a lot of weird stuff.
Simu playing over by B. To
Neutral
draw some attention, they've left Clem across mid.
That weird. It's weird enough that if you played at a party, people
look at you weird. That, of course, Crew's starting to peel away from A, and that should give EDG a lot more room to work with.
Shiz has got it all, the whole world on her shoulders right now. She might get away with it. She does get away with it. I don't know why people don't clear that though before planting. It's one of the advantages of being a team, like my team, I'd always make them plant here. One of the advantages is it forces people to clear onto heaven.
Michaela falls as well.
Okay.
EDG as the spike ticks away. You've seen, again, weak off of the barrage of utility that kept her at bay. turret cleared. Kalita looking for a window, looking for an opening.
Oh my
Snaps
God,
onto
that's
scene. Rami cleans it up as well. It was close.
Yeah, like, we always
But
plant
Kuro
here
on the
for
board.
Fnatic, so it kind of forces you to clear this. If you're planting here, it doesn't force you to clear it. That wasn't the reason we planted there, but
What a nice
it's
shot.
one of the advantages
This
that
is how
you don't
want
get
the
this
round
kind of
to go
laziness
for
to not
yourself.
clear
Okay,
under.
First gun round from Crew, but EDG doing a good job getting guns down on their bonus. They managed to have enough money.
I like that
to
where
full
Sliggy's
buy
actually
here,
in the title of the
for
stream.
both sides, but it's so interesting how they pulled away the rotators and decided to contact back in. But again, the timing from Crew was so good. It was looking really, really, really good because they didn't even clear hell. But again, EDG just did not find everything that they needed. Even though it's so weird because they have such good reads, but again, the execution just so close.
A victory in the round, but you see. Wait.
What?
Okay.
tech
Okay.
pause.
Whew, I was really
This is so
confused.
annoying.
Wait a second.
They've
You've got
okay,
money.
I'm calling it. They've
You're not
noobed it.
buying. What's going on
When you
here?
call a
And of
tech
course, it's
pause,
the ever-beloved
you need to
tech
still
pause.
move to your positions. You notice
feel
how
like
they're all stood in defense
might be
spawn
us.
right now?
It might be us. We'd almost
They are gonna
done
lose
a
this
full
round.
series.
Because they need to run to their positions because they don't pause the game when you call tech pause. They wait and then pause the game later. They pause the game on 3 seconds. They have 3 seconds to get to their positions now. Like, we did this so many times with Fnatic. Like, even last event against Loudon that we lost, we called the tech pause and then the boys stood still. You need to run to your positions. They have 3 seconds to get to their positions. If EDG rush A, they're screwed. Like, they're gonna rush A. It looked like they might rush A, and they're gonna have 3 seconds to kind of defend it. Because they won't revert the time. Yeah, they won't reset the time. If she's not happy, is she? She's like, what am I doing? These nerds wearing unicorn. This ain't actually Sliggy writing this, by the way. Guys, this ain't. I photoshopped all of this to make it look like Sliggy wrote it. I did it in Paint in 2 seconds. Like, this ain't actually Sliggy. Like, don't start thinking this is actually Sliggy. Play along. Like, I took 2 seconds. I did this in Paint. I messaged my sister uses Discord. I messaged my sister these rules, and then I just took a screenshot of him and then just pasted this over the top. Right, third one. I haven't done this yet, but I thought I was gonna say it. Don't keep saying I can't wait to watch Fluorescent play when watching all the other games. I thought this one might be difficult today because Fluorescent is playing last. And maybe like we got the lower bracket games, right? So technically these are supposed to be like the weaker teams. They're straight in the lower bracket, so they're not. They might not be the games as good as the other ones. I think this one's fair. I do think this one's fair though. Right, fourth one. These are ones that you remember. I came up with these, so how much of an ego I got? Oh, never mind. We're back to the game. We're back to the game. We'll review more later. Okay, so let me turn it back up.
I was expecting Crew to be contesting this orb, and I guess so was EDG, because they wanted to punish that contest by pushing up, getting into close quarters, but unfortunately Crew just read that like a book, ready, and got the kill, and now they're playing it safe.
And so much like we've seen in the last 3 rounds that we've had,
Did you ever try to
EDG
theorycraft a comp to beat the current meta
establish
Ascent?
some presence on one area of the map, and regardless of if they walk away with a numbers advantage or not, they slow things down, and they feel out the rest of the map. See what else is being given to them, and that's exactly what you see out of EDG.
I think Boaster wanted to cook at some point, but I was like, my theory was, why don't we just actually learn how to play Ascent before you cook anything? Because I'd rather us learn how Ascent is played before you try and do anything weird.
And they've got a really good
because I think my defense understanding is really strong in Ascent.
Could be all they
despite the fact that
need,
you kind of suck on defense a lot.
3 kills on the round already, the 4th on the other side. Shies cleans it up.
That's a bad smoke. That bad smoke kind of cost them there.
Yeah, what a clean way to set
There's a comp
up
that I like on Ascent, but I don't know if it counts as this comp.
They knew that EDG had to group up and do something together.
There's a couple
of
actually.
Very, very well prepared for that. Something that is
There's
so,
a few
so good
comps
that
I quite like.
is this fast reaction towards these setups. And again, Konira just getting 3, almost looking like a replay of how Jujino was playing towards Cat on that Omen. Really,
they
really
reset
cool
the timer.
to be seen here from both these teams. And again, Cruz
because of a client issue.
Defense.
I'll be honest.
Good news. This time it's attack pause, not attack pause. It's attack pause. This time out from EDG.
I'll do my research. I'm not gonna call anyone out. I'll do my research.
Hit the good old mola.
I'll do my
research. As they figure out what's going on here. We're tied at 2 apiece.
Because
this has been a great response.
The amount of times that the boys just stood still, waiting for a technical, and then we didn't get into position. Sentinels, the first Reykjavik Sentinels, Icebox, like that game, it was like 13-11 to Sentinels. There was a round we tech paused, and the boys stood still, and we didn't get in time for their rush. They rushed somewhere. We couldn't hold it. Did Fnatic trial MCU for your replacement? I think they interviewed him.
If they can figure
I don't know if they
possibly
I don't know, like
it's not something that they've done that much, and as I say that,
I don't know much more.
Setting up for some sort of mid, they have that KOL, they have those knives, possibly a beast.
I wasn't heavily involved. I gave a recommendation to someone who I thought could be good.
Because they've split some of their killjoy utility.
But then they kind of got on with the process.
You're going to be able to hit that nano from a distance if it is a fast exact B, but that's not the case. They want to explore mid, as you were saying. They've got the blades to work with. Now the KO ult is online. The nano's instantly popped. They're going to take so much space mid. The Jet's going to have so much to do here. What can Michaela find? She's still going undetected. Finally gives her position away, and they still haven't looked. 1 kill comes through, feeling the pressure of the others. You see
Michaela got a little bit sold.
And you still have 2 members backside who haven't even gotten tested.
But then we are playing, we are playing like it's,
Yeah, I mean, so back and forth, just sitting on site waiting.
I wouldn't mind Kalita to have droned there.
Up to EDG to be able to clear this backside.
Like,
Lu getting the first kill.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised Rami's not pushing forward at this point. Now starting to take some space. And now
like Kalita used her recon already.
They're split. Oh, you see, got caught.
What?
Lu got caught as well.
What? Why?
It's just Wawali left alone in this 1v2, and a ridiculous 1v2 it would be. The tap on the first,
I'm so
confused.
I'm so
confused. Gets 3 on the round. Crew's gonna take the lead back.
Just a small little mistake of not clearing backside. They killed one. They thought
They know Omen
it was
is, yeah,
empty, but they saw that
they know
smoke and
Omen's
decided,
there.
It's okay. It's clear. We're good. But we were not good because Kunir was lurking in the back halls. I mean, that was
My
so
head
good.
hurts.
Romy was super patient. She definitely could have come out and helped. But I
Ooh, the
think
ults.
Kunir managed to calm that. Hey,
I
they
want
don't
to see
know
them
I'm
pick
here.
up so
No
well
one's
at this
clearing
point.
me. Like, I'm good.
Yeah, it's quiet. And it's crazy, the fact that she was able to get away with as much as she was from there, given the fact that she had already
is
gotten
good
a kill,
though. I did tell
managed
you
to
that
stay
Conair
alive
is
long enough
support.
to net another. Just really, I mean, it feels almost criminal.
Yeah.
The success that she was able to find. Very
They
quickly
can't get
off
this defense
online
done by that
for
defense.
Michaela. Hasn't
That wasn't
really come up
Killjoy.
at all, and they haven't really
Trap
done any
side, man.
early aggressive tests towards B other than, what, the pistol round, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
So we may get some of that here.
Yeah, setting up the line.
I like that they're
for
just like,
Michaela
Connor,
with
you're
that
so
off.
good, just
Super important
hold A main.
information.
I'm gonna
I mean,
sit
they're
back
using
here,
the
Connor.
alarm
You
towards
hold A
mid,
main.
So maybe they're thinking the op is being
Funny.
rotated over, but they don't even know that Michaela's fully gotten the line. They still have this mid trap setup, and I think EDG
I'm
might
interested by this
potentially
molly,
walk
about
right
how
into
this
it.
interaction works.
Get
Like,
further
when you
and
peek.
further up. And you can
It looks
see it
like
on
the
the
kind of molly
minimap.
that
Clem was playing with fire.
I wouldn't like to have.
Does
if I was
not
playing
take
here,
the
but
ill-advised
I do
step.
wonder.
Does not
Hopefully
go
they
past
go
the
A
point
and we
of
can
no
see this
return.
interaction.
Another flip
But we're
towards
doing
A.
a trap set.
This
man.
time there's no crossfire setup, there's no
Okay,
paranoia
moving.
setup in tree. They're gonna get that much space
How
for
does this
free.
work? How does Connor play this? Because she's stuck.
Blue looking to push the pace, and she's pushed it right into the next round. As Shize is gonna pop the ult instantly, and that just, I mean, that just puts a full hard stop on this hit. The smoke's through. You still have the Killjoy utility. You're gonna have to get around Kunir and Shize playing backside, but EDG cracked the side wide open. Michaela's the only one left alive on the opposite side of the map. The alarm bot's gonna give the position away. Has
confused by
nothing
this
but an
round.
op, and the door is shut.
I
Yeah,
can't
that
talk in the
was
moment because the issue is if I talk in the
so
moment, stuff is changing so
explosive from
fast that I can't
EDG, but
give my
Clem
full
with
thoughts.
17 HP, they're both so low. This is so winnable for Michaela. The knife coming out from KO and knowing where she.
Oh.
Holy smoke, she's gotten one. Again,
She
so
won,
weak,
surely.
just 17 HP. Nano
No, she
cleared,
won.
spike tapped. Onus on Clem to go forward.
Okay,
And
so
the positioning is great.
the Garden hit
4
was
kills on the round from
accidentally.
Killjoy.
I say
EDG
accidentally
ties
because
us
they
at
didn't know.
3.
They accidentally a really good idea
That
against a
was
team
so
playing like
crazy.
this.
Michaela actually pushing.
When a
into
team
being
plays like
overextended
round A
just
main
a
like this,
tiny
like
little
going
bit to
up
where
here
the
is really
Killjoy
strong
turret
because it means
saw
that
her.
you can
And
like
Crew
crunch
were
them.
so fast. They still rotated, but EDG was even
But
faster.
then they
'cause as
lost
soon as that
it
turret
and they
hit,
had to go through
knew that
this
something
way.
was up.
But then
So
somehow
instantly rotating towards A, splitting through that cat, and getting
they've
there.
just killed
It was
3
a
people
fight.
on this side.
It was such a big fight, and
Like by the time they
Clem
came
clutching
back
it
to
up
do
with
the short
4
exit
kills.
through the door,
Bloodbath,
there was a
actual
player
bloodbath,
heaven.
But now we're gonna return to the action.
They
and
managed
it's
to
gonna
kill
be
a person
super
here, a
fast
person here, and a
tiles
person
crunch.
here.
It's Sharks.
We shouldn't
Oh, it's
really
Sharks,
do
but it's
that.
not finding any success.
Yeah,
Michaela
it's
has to give it back up. Tail tucked, runs
This would be
away.
interesting if this works. Like doing this push and then just saying, "Ah, I'm gonna go here anyway."
Man, EDG
quite like
have
it.
to re-clear this mid,
But usually you'd
they
expect
know
players
that
up here to
Kayla's
like.
just set up all the way at the
clear you
bottom
out.
of mid. This is gonna be so risky. Hopefully they use enough util to catch her out.
Oh, that smoke should suggest an attempt at clearing things out with no real idea of where they might be. Michaela could be. The trap that's sprung at just the right time is their patience. The first, the second spotted. They line up and they both fall. Looking for the third. It does connect. Blades back on.
I like how
Natural.
much time
Oh,
she
the
took
pressure,
was really
that's 4. The
nice.
ace doesn't connect, but the
But it's
damage
funny,
has
like
been
she
done.
kind of whiffed on the
Clem wondering
easiest
how
shot.
everything
Like
went
she hit
so
the
painfully
hard
awry so
ones here and
fast.
here, and then this person she was struggling with it, and then hit it nicely.
My goodness.
It's really
what
nice.
a
Really
round.
nice round.
Michaela, such trigger
A little bit
discipline,
lucky
sitting
that the
all
top
way
mid players didn't
patiently
clear her.
bottom mid and
Or
getting
there wasn't
shut
top
down by
middle players to
Kunir.
clear her.
That was crazy.
Well played.
The
To be honest.
proper util to re-clear mid.
What?
Man, a drone. The drone did not turn around and anything. And again, no bodies positionally.
Like, I think
turned
there's some
around
people who would have
clear
killed the
that
Sova
angle.
drone at
That's
first
so
and not thought about it properly.
from
You know what I mean?
EDG, but they have
Like
to be
that-
careful. They knew they were
that
pushed
was
all the way
nice.
down mid. They knew they had that much.
She
space.
tried to multi-kill,
Oh,
it looked
look
like,
at
as
this
well.
again. It looks so clean.
I mean, this fourth one was really impressive. The third was a little spotty. I'm convinced that a kill on a player that's not moving is the hardest one. Right? Like, no doubt. But ultimately executes. You see the buy now from EDG. It's lackluster at best, but that might be enough. Already getting the opener. going to be tough to upgrade that weapon if they want to try to get it. They have Casey, but Khalid really far back, and it's Kinnear who has the op. Rotating over now.
They got a gun and they got 4 ults.
That smoke is
They got a gun and 4
team, and
ults.
they're gonna start falling back. Successfully picked up that Phantom, and now they have 2 guns to work with, trying to play for a couple more.
To be completely honest with you, I think I'd end up using the KO ult in this round now. To try and XX somewhere.
For this Jet, and I don't think
and then if we're lucky, we can maybe Sova ult in the post plant. We could Killjoy ult, but Sova needs to be dead.
And this crossfire is going to be super important for crew.
And the question is, in eco rounds like this, how much are you willing to invest? They've invested 2 ults now. Michaela with the op, just out of reach as she finds a second. Looking for the third, narrowly missing. And Romi's the one left alone.
That's interesting.
EDG invests, they invest big, and so far it looks like it's going to pay off.
It does stop the Sova ulting it back.
What a way to turn
quite interesting idea.
Around for EDG.
Very costly though.
They
If they
only
didn't
had
win
1
that
gun, acquired a
trade,
second
though.
one, and ended up splitting in a perfect way possible. They used their ults because they knew that was a winning condition. And Romy
There's so many missed times where
in a
EDG
1v3
bring
beat
us
that a
about
1v2.
clearing question marks.
Beautiful kill.
Potentially, to be honest, that's potentially. When I watch VODs, when I'm not watching like this, I would always watch from like one team's perspective, right? Like if I'm watching VODs for like Fnatic, like Theory, I'll always watch like
narrowly avoiding
one side at a time.
Have a beat on this.
So I almost watch a VOD like
through, but the MasterCard
2 times because I'm watching. I'll never watch both teams at the same time. I'll always study like what's happening on this half, like every round, and then what's happening on this half.
That's the reason why they got that Phantom.
Like I don't really care too much about the interaction between the two.
It
so much.
and retake towards Cat. Amazing plays, amazing round. They don't need guns, Doug. They just need sheriffs at this point.
It makes it a lot easier to like figure out what's going on.
I think you're absolutely right, because
very easy to do good analysis too. It's almost like if I was like on the analysis desk, I'd almost be like tempted to like get the other person to watch. Like if it was like me and Slade on the desk or something, I'd be like, Slade, just watch attack all game. I'll watch defense all game, and then we'll just share our notes, and then we'll just talk about it.
Oh, she's in trouble.
And we can kind of talk to each other about what's like going right and wrong. Because it's quite hard to watch both at the same time and figure out how the patterns are working.
They do get the orb, but I mean that was a lot of util just to push off the Jet, and now both these teams looking like they still don't have enough space that they need. I mean, the B main was contested, yes, but they're ending towards A anyway, but they don't know.
Did we see the Sova ult then? I was chatting rubbish.
They really don't have anything to get rid of it either. I mean,
Jolly should be timed out for a lot longer than 10 minutes.
From Ali.
Not because of the racist things, not because of the
Will that be enough though?
Not because of the bad like
they're hard
disgusting things he says, but just because the jokes aren't funny. Jolly's just not funny. Like
he's the only one up right now too. I thought there was going to be
I thought for someone so outrageous that there'd be a bit more
trouble, but no.
A bit more to it.
Oh, she's behind them. It's gonna fall. They have so much pressure that they've applied across different areas of the map. The only 3 that remain, feeling like they're no good option, but Blue's gone unchecked for just a moment. Now clear. 1v2.
Khalida again.
See me lose so weak. Khalida 13 HP just on the other side of the door, and that's a gutsy call because that nano didn't land, but it doesn't matter. The kill does.
I hate when that happens when you like.
Oh my goodness.
I think that
she
how do you say her name? I think she lost the round anyway if like Lolita was what's her name again? Kalita was full defusing. She'd lost peeking that late anyway. I think, but because she whiffed the molly, I think she panicked a bit in the last second. Because you hate looking like a noob when you whiff a molly and then they full defuse, even though like they technically can full defuse anyway. You just look. I do think that comes into it sometimes. Like
even with its just mechanical, pure mechanical aim, they
maybe
go
she was
out
quick enough,
together. They're ready to hold hands and drop and trade. And I think that's something that EDG was not prepared for. I mean, the crossfire not good enough to delay enough.
Yeah, that was really scrappy. That was really nice. You see,
thank you, Revolutions.
My crew, they're up 1 round.
Welcome to the Slug Club for the 11th
round separating these 2 squads.
Slug Club.
Yeah, I mean, both
Hooray! That's what Stiggy says, isn't it? That's what he says after subbing. Says Slug Club Hooray!
Yeah.
And I think that like both these teams have the right ideas.
Hey Nook,
but they're just,
thank you for the
it's
message.
just a matter of
Appreciate
who
it.
comes out on top. And every single
I'm a
time
cynical
there's
guy,
some
but if someone
sort
says something
of
nice, I'm
multi-crack or some sort
I
of
genuinely feel it. So
misplay
thank you very
from
much.
one of the teams in order to open up that round for the other.
Which kind of goes back to the conversation we were having earlier around Ascent in general, right?
Yeah.
like that's the beauty, in my opinion, of this map is that
That's like it.
what
Yeah, I
separates
thought
teams.
so.
That's what is one little misplay, burn execution.
I thought that's what he said.
was-
I've been studying the
Exactly.
Sliggy vods.
Both
I told
these
you. I
teams
told you. I
forcing
didn't have much
these
time, but
weapons. I mean,
much
not
like
the
Daniel
best guys. We
Day-Lewis,
have bull
like gets
side
into his
and
roles when he's an
Guardians,
actor.
and then we
I
see the
method
Sova
acted
ult, the
this
Hunter's
one.
Fury on EDG's side,
I embodied
trying to
Sliggy for
take
this role.
B main control back. Lots of mollies going off. The turret is broken though. They know that
I thought if I can't do a good Slug Club Hooray, then I'm never
going
gonna be able to convince them that I'm a good
I'm really
streamer.
surprised that we haven't seen an Odin out from Kalita yet.
Yeah, I was just talking about the Odin. I think that's so interesting because it's such a good weapon, but their B main control has been really solid. So
Both
they haven't
smokes
really needed it
used,
that much.
and we're running out with the
Wow.
bomb
That
because
was
we
very
got the
nice.
it's
I'm
the
also
Omen
really
ult
surprised that
strat.
they're leaning into this anyway because the knife spotted.
Oh, you
Romy.
can't do the Omen ult
But they want
strat.
to go into B regardless. Now the spike is out of reach. What are they going to do here? Yusin has ult. If they can get out onto A, establish some control, she can ult, scoop that thing up, and then reset on
what
A.
is Yusin
But it
doing?
has
Stay
to be on the
alive.
other side of kills. If they don't
No,
get the kills to make
TP
this
across.
work, it's not really
What
that
is she
advantageous at
doing?
all.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely
You have to TP across the site because if that door gets broken, that's over. Like, the round's over.
But again, not
Man,
enough
I
to
hate this
secure.
so
They have
much.
to delay for long enough for them to play off. They can't just sit back and hope that
I
it's
like
okay.
this kind of
These players
round
on
when
site have to delay long
Buster
enough that
came
the
up with
Sova
an
ult
idea
can
for
do
it
its
like
job and win the
a
round.
year ago.
They're delaying plenty, and I mean, at this point, it's not really them.
Well,
Crew
I
just
now
been
hate it.
a little bit patient on this attempted retake. They don't have any ultimates.
Oh.
The kills are just gonna bleed for EDG as they
It worked,
all
so I guess it's good.
fall. No Hunter's Fury invested.
It worked, so
no
it's
need.
good.
A great response from EDG.
They literally didn't need to do it because that crossfire was just so good. The KO and Omen and Hell absolutely
the fake
demolishing that
was
retake.
just
They
not
learned from the last retake
good,
that
though.
Crew had where they just dropped and killed both those players, but they showed that
Like
they're
how
not
Judas
scared
didn't
to
even
play
get
in those
out of the
spots.
choke.
See, we
Like
can
how
take a look
Judas
at
has
it
died
again, 'cause
here. Like
that
what?
happened fast. That happened aggressively. You see it again. There was a lot of patience out from Crew. They were waiting things out, and you're right. Just the setup that they had.
You know
as soon
what
as
would
try
be
to pop out
sicker?
of that smoke,
I thought
you're
about
at,
this
what,
as CS.
two-
At
least two.
a
potential
long time
three
ago, I
guns
watched
staring
one of
at
those
you at the same
videos
time.
by like a
Yeah,
CS
now we
guides
have
person.
a weak buy coming in from Crew, and
It might have
EDG
even been
knows
someone like
that.
Fraud,
Their
and they were
options
saying that
stay
like
grouped towards that B main,
when you
and
do a
both
fake,
teams gambled off
if
the
you see a
side.
fake that's coming
KO
from
being
multiple
used on the
directions,
eco
it
round.
looks so much more convincing than a
Surprised
fake
about
from
that
just
as well.
one
You know,
direction.
oftentimes in situations
So
like this, you want to get
maybe
through
it's
the
better
round
to do
without
that
having
strat
to
with
invest.
like a drone
As
and then
little as you can
like the
invest
jet
and still
in
find
middle
success
with the
is
ball,
ideal.
with the
So
spike
they
even,
drop
and then
the
spike
lock- or
drops
excuse me,
middle,
the
and it
no
looks
command
more convincing.
out from Team
potentially.
Ilu, and that's
I
all
don't
they
know.
do
Maybe
for
I'm
now.
cooking.
They still have
Maybe
Wall
I'm
Ellie's
cooking.
ult.
Maybe
I
I'm
imagine
trying to
that
make a
becomes
strat that I
variable
don't
in
like
this equation.
slightly more palatable.
Yeah, I mean, free sight means free space as well. They're pushed all the way into spawn, and they know that these players are going to have to retake from B main, but they have flipped the sight.
I mean, you don't get the full rotation of
They
that,
dropped the lockdown,
but
but it's not like
it
they
looks
really have
less
them trapped. They
sus.
don't have
It looks
control
less
across mid. They
sus,
don't have
right?
control
Like
across
to do it a
spawn.
bit more subtle, losing the
They
spike
funnel
at
out, and
middle,
yeah,
then
one's
losing
gonna
it on
fall,
the
but
site,
you're
and then
gonna
just
have
looking
to do
down and
this
seeing, oh, they got
ferocious
no.
flood attempt that's going to be coming out from spawn, but that's going to work.
What?
No way! It was so close. For it to be that close and still be a Prime Gaming flawless just feels wrong.
I love
How is there a
Kale's
person
just
full
desperately
diffusing?
swinging her mouse
What
around,
is going
trying
on?
to swirl and twirl away from those bullets. But yeah, I mean, such
Oh,
a
I'm
good
so
play
lost,
from
man.
Crew, but again, it was so hard.
Trying to
once
watch
they knew that
and
they had
analyze at the same
less than
time.
numbers
Can't do
advantage.
both.
Like, this was so well played from EDG, so patient, using their util on the run out,
Can't
and
do
even
both.
though their
Wow.
KO is detained
Oh,
backside,
was it
doesn't
Killjoy?
matter because the firing squad is here to protect.
That was
like that
dangerously
face would be
close.
the same
I love that you
face,
saw
but
it
like
on the members
the
of Crew's
crying
faces. They're
troll
still
meme,
smirking.
you
They
know, when
realize
there's like
they
the
tried
happy
getting
face
away
on top of the crying
with
face.
highway robbery. Oh,
If
so
ooh.
close.
Oh,
Narrowly
if they
missing
lost
the
that one.
timing.
Almost
Ooh, air
got,
challenge
almost
again.
got
Oh, wow.
XD'd. What is the rat called?
Wow, that was such good damage. They're trying
Just
to
talk
get
about the
so
money
tight
like
towards
Siggy
that
does.
nice
Yeah,
up
true.
top.
So last round of the
Switch the
game, like we see
off-out
the last round of the game, so
towards-
we see
Wait.
Armor's brought up as much as we can.
Has to opt towards aiming,
I do think
holding.
on this side we
She
should be
dropped her
buying
op
more
and spawned
Odins
and
to
picked
make
up
sure that we
Vandals
can
is
spam.
not
Like
there.
quite
So
honestly, I would buy an extra Odin
EDG,
here,
they're just
extra Odin here.
contacting up into this B main
Maybe
because they know
even an
that
AWP if we
the
can afford
killjoy
it, but I
turret
don't
has
think we
been
can.
broken.
Definitely double AWP if you got the money, but
Yeah,
double
so
Odin's strong.
Playing so far back.
And then just
playing
swap
so
it out
safe.
if you're not feeling like spamming.
That knife not gonna tag.
But Odin on short A
Using off
is
of that.
underrated.
They are gonna funnel forward. Crew have been very patient and very cautious with this as well.
EDG have been
Seemingly
given the
wanting
site
to
and they got
force the fight to
so
happen
hot.
on the site.
We're gonna see a retake with.
And that's
Oh,
going to be first.
we're just using
going
it
to be on this
now.
late flank, but Kinnear might be
I think
ahead
at
of
this point,
If Kinnear's
when we
patient
have
with it,
people ready
that
for a
could be the
retake,
difference maker,
I
but
think
no,
you
see
just
does
start
win that out after
retaking
all.
and
You
then
see the
use the
second
ult
Hunter
with the
come
retake.
through. While he's able to get
Wow, it's just
3 on the
farm,
round.
man.
God, what an
All with the ult. You talk about value. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Romy left in a 1.
It's almost like this ult made.
Down Wawali, but that was such a good ult.
Kalita's ult almost made
Again,
I think
EDG
ult
just
too.
doing so well early round and
Yeah,
then starting to
I don't
clean
love
up
the
their
ult
end
from
rounds, their late game
Kalita.
rounds, making them win. That is so cool,
I don't
so
love the ult.
clean. I mean, that ult from Wawali was sick. But
I didn't
again,
actually see the
way that
micro of
they
what she
enter,
did
the
with
way
the
that
ult.
they still
Like
manage
she
to
just
pull
sent a
through
CT,
site.
right?
I do think they're overusing util based on that round that they lost, where they didn't clear enough.
We got a replay
They're
after
using so
1K
much
to end
util
the
to
round.
get into site that it's like they know it's solid. They know that there's no one there, and they're
Get-
turning right away.
Get
Got an interview, actually,
get
get him on
Sapphire
the
off the
stage
desk.
with the
Get her
crowd.
back
Take a
in the
listen, guys.
observer room.
Hey guys, I am in the middle of this amazing crowd right now here in the studio, and we have Nat here, who is a VCT super fan. Nat, how are you
Maybe
enjoying
I
the
think
event so
Sapphire
far?
can probably do both
It's
at the
doing
same
great,
time.
actually. My voice is almost gone, but yeah, you're still here. Yeah.
I think that goes for everybody. I think that goes for everybody in this crowd, right? This
It
is
was a
crazy,
sick
but this
kill.
is
Yeah, that
actually
body
the
shot
first
was
time
really
that we've
good.
met. We actually met during VCT Lock, and that's how much of a super fan you are.
Yes, I love VCT. Lock-in was crazy, and like, it was an
Did someone say
experience.
lock-in?
It was emotional. At the
Oh, I
end of
forgot.
it
Who
with the,
who won
you know,
lock-in again? I
let's not
forgot.
talk about the 11-3, but like, it
Oh,
was
lock-in. I
crazy. It
forgot
was
who won
crazy insane.
lock-in.
We ended up crying at the
Oh.
end, so emotional it was.
What's even crazier is I hear
My
that
name's
there is
Sliggy and I
like a
forgot who won
WhatsApp
Lock-in.
group for esports super fans here in Sao Paulo.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You guys are all
What happened was
blaming
that
Prius.
Lock-in, we
I loved
started
that
meeting a lot of
meme.
people
I love that he
that
never.
used to, like,
You know,
come to this
you
type of
guys
event.
realized that
So at a certain point, we became like a group of like 50,
Prius
40
never
people,
even missed the
and it's
clip.
always growing every time we go to like an event like this.
Like Prius
So
wasn't
it's
the one
crazy.
observing when the
It's
simple
growing
clip
every time.
happened.
That is amazing. Can I? Who here is part of that group? That's why we have this crowd right now. I think it goes without saying, but which team right now?
Loud one.
Are
Oh,
you
I don't remember
cheering
that.
for?
Yo, to win, let's go Liquid. Yes, right now with the game crew, come on, let's go Shies.
Shies and Team Liquid, of course. The hometown heroes that we have over here. This crowd is absolutely insane.
How much did he
and
pay
you're
you
here
to say
enjoy it.
this?
But right now, I'm going to hang with you guys because this is where the party is at. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show.
To say what?
Woo!
Thank you so much, Miki. Yeah, that crowd has been a lot of fun.
Thank you,
really,
Salah,
all
for the
week.
7
And the crazy
months.
thing is, it's a Thursday.
Is
Right? We're
Sliggy
still like
short
in the middle
for
of the week. People got
Slig
like,
Child?
jobs and responsibilities and adult
I honestly
stuff
don't know what
they
you
got to
mean,
deal
Salah.
with, but they're having a blast out here. And currently, EDG is as well.
Everyone
They
put a
managed to stabilize
Sliggy
things a
Slug
little bit at the
Club
end, have a 2-round
hooray.
lead, but you've got to put
Slug,
them away,
slug,
and it seems
slug
like they're trying
in
to
the
do so an
chat.
aggressive peak at the beginning of the round.
Yeah, I mean, putting this beam
I feel like I've
early
watched
and
like
then
Rick and
leaving
Morty
it
too
is
much
so
or
smart
something.
because EDG still has a KG turret in play here, but they don't know
Yeah.
that the beast split is about to happen.
The
Blue getting caught
ponytail.
out. No.
The ponytail, that's crazy.
What's going on?
Now they're just going to flood out and swarm. They've got so much
Whoa,
room to
the
work
damage
with.
from
They have
that molly.
so much space.
What?
The one problem for crew, if
They
we were
just
to try to highlight
that's
the
all
problem
body
here, is that
damage,
there are
I'm
3
pretty
of them
sure.
who are outrageously weak. I'm not going to try to do math on broadcast because that's like a cardinal rule.
Spam.
You don't do that. There's not a lot to go around. So if you look at them funny, they might fall, and that's exactly what's happening. 2 of them have already been sent to the next round. Khalid, 16 HP. You've seen this is difficult, but doable. She has control of the spike. They're going to have to go to her.
A
They're
lot
waiting
of
for Khalid, who
damage.
just got the dart back online.
What's the Rivington meme? Is it
Used
tons
and
of damage?
You've seen trying to find
Tons
cover
of
backside,
damage.
trying to find some space in Bauhaus, and she's gonna get one.
No,
She's
what
gonna
are we
get
doing?
ones. But Kalita
We're
takes
sending Kalita.
a
Oh,
little bit of things in her own
okay, we tried
hands,
again.
and Rami's there to clean
Kalita's
things
just
up.
running in backside with
It
no
was set up
without
by
Rami.
Kalita. There was so much damage that was dealt at the end onto Yusin, and that was enough for
Timmy
Rami
was
to
ready
clear
though. Timmy was
her out.
ready.
Oh, that
Timmy
was
put the
close.
pressure
I mean,
on.
that was so risky, just giving her the ones and backside. That was so scary. But again, so well played by Crew.
He needs to keep the slack up array for even when Slicky comes back. Yeah, I mean, I should make some. Like I said, I haven't really prepared very much, but I think if I prepared more, I would try to infiltrate his stream with stuff that like he doesn't want. But unfortunately, I'd be able to brand enough of influence on it.
EDG opting for a Bucky.
And like you guys start actually annoying him with some rubbish.
Yeah, we saw it on Split. We
Slug Club Hooray has definitely got. It's got to make some kind of effort, some kind of dent towards annoying him.
And this has to feel like a huge sigh of relief.
Can you sneak in a few emotes?
Rounds,
I'm not on his Twitch. I don't know how what emotes.
It's like, okay, we should. Barring something crazy, we should get back to 7-7, and that should be how the game plays out the rest
Super
of the way.
Empowerment
So
EDG. That is a crazy name for a team name.
5v4 here now, looking like
because it almost sounds like it does sound like a bad translated T-shirt trying to do feminism.
Them all that information, but they're actually
like
not
super
gonna be able to
empowerment.
spot out that there are still
Women's
two players playing on this site here. The execute coming out.
Did just spot the Jet. Michaela getting one through as Wawa Lee. Hang on.
It does kind of draw attention to itself.
Interesting. That's all right.
But I don't know what
Better
the
late than
actual
never. Clem left alone in a 1v3
name is supposed to
with
be.
the Sheriff. The snap onto Michaela is going to be tough. Almost hits it, but it doesn't connect. We're tied at 7.
Yep, 7-7. This
Sliggy going away right now. That is true.
That's
true. Sliggy is an Oya.
Both teams
He's an
understanding
Oya.
how to play this map really well so far.
Shorty, I lost in translation
hard,
kind of.
But with this bonus, I mean,
sorry, I thought you meant the film there for a second. I was trying to think like, what does Scarlett Johansson got to do with what we're talking about right now?
But really interesting to see how it plays because I think that this is super winnable.
Yeah, it's
for the way that Crew is playing. They need to get up close and personal and make sure that they win these fights because EDG, again, they still have a Spectre.
You want it up close and personal. It's going to be fast. You've got the paranoia. You have the smokes.
Oh, I can add. Oh, let me watch this. Fast BX is being shot down.
Heroic shot. Wawa Lee joins in on it as well.
Bonus round though,
but
right?
They've still lost sight.
Is it bonus? No, yeah, it's bonus.
She hasn't been cleared. No armor has taken
nice
some
alarm
damage,
bot
but
there.
slipping the net, getting just past the smoke. They have no
That's a
idea
Sliggy
she's
alarm
there.
bot
Rami
right there.
finally
Sliggy
stops
loves.
That could have been
Whenever I'm
disaster.
making strats for Coach
They still
Potatoes,
have a couple of things they need to deal with. They still need to do
Sliggy loves doing those kind of
now.
alarm bots where you
Just
like put
one
them in
remaining.
smokes and stuff.
In a 1v3,
It was really
still
nice
healthy
there, though.
with it as well. Kinnear committing to getting
You don't
the
really
fight
need the
down.
alarm
Shot
bot to be
drops
rushed
that.
for anything
Crew
else.
take the lead right back.
So like if they smoke somewhere
Just
like front
I
gel,
said, I mean, having that Spectre on Simi Lou
like,
is so
like
rough.
they put
I
the
mean,
smoke here, you put the alarm bot in it,
want
you know they're
to
going
win
in it
that
because they
first
shoot it,
gun
like and they
round.
kind of
It's
stuck
super
then,
important
like,
because now they're broke
and if they don't
again,
shoot it, you
and
know
they
they're
let
stuck
Crew
here.
take the lead.
So
This is gonna be a hit
quite a nice
mentally for this
little
team because
detail.
they're doing so well, and now it's just like you've thrown the advantage.
Yeah, that would hurt.
I mean, it's not super common that you're going to get the opportunity to do it, but it's common enough that I think it's a nice detail that
makes a massive play here because
worth
again,
noting.
Clem had slipped the net. She'd gotten out backside. She was
G2
tucked
goes
in
in
the
is a
smoke.
good
They had
name.
no idea where she was. She could have scored the round on her own.
I mean, she did such a good job at delaying, but EDG just
yeah.
couldn't close it out.
And so, as you were mentioning, EDG find themselves
not
on
bonus.
scraps. They've got a guardian
Can I
in
not
the hands of
count?
Wawa Lee, but it's just pistols. Other than that,
I don't think I can count.
Crew playing this one carefully, understanding there could be a trap, there could be a shorty. Who
BBL
knows
Queens is
what's waiting
hysterical.
on the other side.
I've-
Maybe play this one
It
a little
feels
slowly.
worse the first time I read it, and now I feel
Feel
less
out where
annoyed
the pressure
by it.
might be.
But you're right, it is a bit of a
It's meticulous,
strange
it's calculated,
name.
it's careful.
Because it's
Yeah,
not like
there's not
you call
breaking out of
BBL
this
like the
cap
main
setup.
team BBL Kings.
Interestingly,
Like,
they're not actually
it's not.
going and opting to
a
find
bit
more
odd.
information either. They're just sitting.
Gozen, I think, is
understanding the
Japanese
routine
for
beat.
like
I think it's good
something,
that they're
like
playing
something
heavy
to do with
towards
women.
A, but the reaction here, possibly getting into that smoke and just flashing out
Gozen
of that door is
meaning.
going to be super important because this execute
Gozen is a
from
Japanese
Crew
term
is
for
gonna
young
be
lady or
really,
young
really strong.
lord. It is sometimes
Paranoia was
applied as a
little
title for
early, but it is
female
going to
warrior
connect. It's gonna
samurai.
delay. It's a paranoia, and then
So
the nade
I mean, it's quite a nice name because it's like it's not so obvious that it's like just sticking it in your face that like, hey, look, we're women. Like in the way that like super empowerment feels a bit like do we really need it in your face? Like we're just a team.
And those sheriffs have been problematic. Blue left alone. Shies and Kalita both weak. Oh, I thought that was gonna hit.
Spike planted.
Can Blue pull this off? This would be ridiculous.
Yeah, GC's
Remember
names do
how
feel
properly ridiculous of
Oh,
a
there
start
he
she
is.
had.
Mini is
Pistol, I
such a
think she was
cringe
6-0
name.
at one point after
Can
round
you guys
2.
guess what Bosa's
Has
name
the
is on
frag
League
to
of
the left, too.
Legends?
Now confirmation of that.
Because he's done himself in
Members of
here.
crew playing down in hell.
His name on
So
League
much
of
to
Legends
do
is
for Blue.
Mini Crass.
And really not a lot
Mini
of time to do
Crass,
it.
and he says that Mini's cringe.
But she's
So
gotta go, and she's gotta go
it goes
really
without saying that
fast.
the man knows
Managing
cringe.
to slip past the first, going around Jenny. Shies and Kalita both playing so patiently. Blue's running out of time. I don't think Blue's gonna have enough time to do this at this point.
No,
With
no
only 3
time.
bullets left, yeah, able to get a kill, maybe gets a second.
He's
but
done
it's not gonna
himself.
matter.
He's actually done himself, and he's not even realized it. He's done himself.
That delay was looking so good.
Like he
for
thought I
East.
might have had
Never
to come
saw
up with some
the
kind of
paranoia, the
intricate
molly,
flame
the
there, or
flash
some
out
kind
of
of
the box.
fast
They
witty
delayed
flame,
and
but
delayed and delayed. But unfortunately, they just couldn't get
Harry
onto the
Styles
site
is your
fast enough. They couldn't
MMORPG
get,
name.
those
You're a
first
weirdo.
entry kills fast
You're a
enough. I mean,
weirdo.
Getting kills from door is great and all, but you need to secure the
Why are you
site.
not watching the
And honestly,
games?
Omen's
Why are you
staying
watching me
alive
watch
for so
games? I
long.
thought you were streaming.
Man, these Sentinels are doing their jobs for
Or are you
EDG,
watching?
just staying
Are you
alive,
streaming me
delaying
stream
for
the
so long,
game?
but it looks like the rotates and the flooding
Streaming
in
me
just
stream the
isn't
game
as
looks like he's
seamless as
streaming.
it should
That'd be
be.
so
Yeah, you can't
deep.
help but ask the question, like, you got
Both
bonus,
is
so you only
watching
had
me
pistols
watching
there.
Vision.
Imagine if you
Vision
had a weapon.
Strikers, nice little float
Who
up.
knows what could have happened? Michaela trying to provide some cover.
How
The
did-
snap from Blue is clean.
How'd you get away
Very
with that?
nicely done. Yusin has gotten up really far. Has a teleport. but
I've never
decides
seen
to take a
Bosa do
swing.
that when he
Gets
does
the
it.
kill anyway.
Oh my
What
God.
on earth is that? How does she get away with that?
Oh my god, EDG just
I
taking
think
their
EDG
fight,
got
and that
away
is
with
something
a
that
bit
they
of
should
murder
have
there.
started doing earlier
Little
because
bit of
that
murder.
was
What,
so
Clem?
clean, but Crew is back to answer. Konir getting the trade for
Okay,
Kalita.
I'm not
oh
happy.
my
I'm not
goodness.
happy.
That was actually a crazy early round.
That was ridiculous. Kanir, a 1v3. The door closed.
If anyone's
Oh,
gonna do it on
aggressive.
crew, Kanir is the person to do it, but
I mean, you're pushing
it's
into
not
all
happening.
3, and you're no way.
It's
You
not
got
happening.
ones in a situation like that. Gambles up to see if she can catch
you
a
couldn't
slip,
commit
and
to
it
3
cannot.
best of 3s.
I still don't
You felt too
understand how
tired.
Yusin gets the kills that
That's
she
what I
does.
mean. Like
That
I'm
was
just
very
built
crazy.
different.
That was
I'm just
pretty
built
wild.
different.
I mean, she had to either
I'm
TP
just
or
built
swing out of that molly,
with
and
different
she
gravy.
Just swung full
3 best of 3 is
confidence,
nothing
just
to
straight
me.
on KJ. That was so
What are we on?
clean.
The second
But
one.
as well, the pressure in mid.
I've not
from
even eaten
EDG with
food.
that
I had
flash
brunch.
Over tile, setting up Blue. Look at that. Those kills.
To be fair, I don't
So
know how
clean.
Sliggy does
She had
it.
85 HP when
So
the
many
Nano pushed
streams.
her out of Cubby. She had no armor and
Especially
85
when
HP,
there's lots
takes
of
both
games
those
that like
fights
I
and
feel
wins
like
them
I wouldn't
both.
even watch if I
That's
was like
outrageous.
just theory
That's
crafting.
crazy. But both these teams, a lot of ults in their belt. I mean, we
Like,
have
he
KO
goes
ult,
deep.
We have
Deep in
Hunter's
the
Fury, we
regions.
have Knives and Omen TP on Crew's side. Looks like they're gonna use it to their advantage with a full A execute.
Full egg
Yusin is down here. And it's on Michaela to go find her.
What is this
You
smoke?
gotta suspect that there's somebody playing down in hell, right? But there's just nothing to
They've
push.
like
They're not-
smoked each other
they're not
off
going.
like
They're
accidentally.
really respecting this. They waited
Oh
for
my
the
God.
She gets tagged. She still stays alive and
That's
still
kind
gets a
of
kill.
unlucky.
Yusin once again pulling off a miracle, finally falling to Kanir.
Kalita has server ult for post
That's
and 2
crazy.
shocks, so
Yusin
she
is
better
just
not do
staying alive
anything.
for so long for her
Oh,
team.
wow.
Now she needs some
surviving.
help.
Blue trying to hit the flank, but there's a turret right there. This is gonna be such.
I think the
a
Jet needed
good
to
retake.
Kanir,
The Jet needs
Kanir
to
stuck
commit to the
TP
flank.
into their spawn and they don't know.
Oh,
This could be massive. Trying to smoke for herself and now Clem
Oh,
realizing,
and I've
hang
missed
on, something
this.
feels funny here. But is patient with it.
I
You
missed
see it for
Cornaire's
EDG, the
repositioning
attention
too.
of the members that are alive are divided. They have to deal with what's happening in spawn. They have to deal with the fact that the spike is ticking. And time
Cornaire
is of the
ulted, right?
essence.
I missed that.
Just narrowly missing the timing window. Kanir's got to be snappy with it. It's going to be stuck as long as it
Okay,
can
for a second
go,
I
but
thought we were
it's
going to
not
use the
gonna be
ult. So
enough.
yeah, I think the
my
Jet, I think
goodness,
Blue
what an
had to commit to this
amazing
flank
close line. I
because
thought they were trying to delay for this Hunter's Fury.
Kalita
They
had
were
2
delaying
shocks.
for
She didn't know that,
Kanir's
but she has the
amazing
ult.
TP
So
play.
you've
That
got the
was
ult,
such a
you
good
need to
flank,
pressure this
and that was
flank.
such an
Doesn't
important
necessarily
round
need
too.
to actually
That
commit
was
to it,
so sick.
but it needs
They-
to
I mean,
commit
they
to it
invested
enough
so
that
much. They
she's
had
ready
win
to
the round.
kill
They
the
invested
server
KO.
potentially
They
ulting.
invested the knives, and now we have
You can't let the server get away
getting
with
caught
ulting
out by
if you're
that
gonna
was
push.
so weird. It was so
Share the flank.
crazy. Shy's just trying really, really hard to do her job, and she did.
I think
and
Bose is
again,
actually pretty good
man,
at that.
delay
Like kind of
was so
understanding
crazy
that,
on
to be
site
honest.
from EDG, but it just wasn't enough. Again, like I said, these rotates and these floods just are not happening.
What do you
the way
mean
they
I am
should,
Sliggy?
but Crew
Why do people keep talking
genuinely
about
outplayed
Mini?
EDG that round with
Like
that
I get it,
team
he's
play.
like
that was
goated
really
coach,
I mean, it was a gutsy call.
fantastic
Very gutsy
person.
call. You mentioned it just a little bit ago, excuse me. That's a
Intelligent,
huge
funny,
round
witty, he's all
late in
those
this
things.
map.
But why are you talking
Given the
about
fact
him
that they
all
were
the time? I don't
down to EDG, that takes a lot of confidence and that takes a lot
like
of
this
trust
stream's
and for
about me,
Kabir to
it's about
execute that
Sliggy.
beautifully.
Thank you
Not
very
rush
much.
it, really trust her teammates to buy some time
I don't
for
know
her
say
to
your
make a
name.
play
I am Geddon.
was just gorgeous. So
Thank you very
EDG
much for
burn
the sub.
what very well could be
3 months in the
their
Slug Club.
very last
Slug Club
timeout of
hooray
this entire
for you.
tournament. They're going blind the rest of the way, down 2 rounds, trying to find a way
You will
to
beat
win Ascent and
Sliggy.
to take us to the 3rd map.
Yeah, I mean, they really need to figure out a way to solidify these retakes because, my God, their Sentinels are doing so well at holding.
That is
sides,
true. There is no
making
way
sure they
Sliggy
know,
would compliment
when
Mini.
they're coming
That
in,
is
the
true.
link, the paranoia,
Thank you,
the zombies,
Jackdaw, for the
playing
17
smoke.
months. Another
Like,
Slug Club hooray in the
EDG
chat,
is doing
everyone.
so well up until a
How
certain
many
point
VCT
in each of
Slick?
these rounds.
Oh wait,
Crew's
oh wait,
pulse
none of
runs
that.
have been phenomenal.
You got to set up for Blue to take some space here.
None of
Bucky,
that.
and you see the flash.
Like
just in
yeah.
case anyone is there to challenge
Like I know
them, but
Mini's
it's on
the
other
best
side of the
coach. I
map.
know he's got 2 trophies. He's
Well,
the
they
Giga
invested
Chad,
lockdown
but
really early too.
you know, there's no need to flame
Yeah,
me.
this is going to give enough time for EDG to rotate, and now hopefully
No one
we're
else
gonna
has got 2
see
trophies as a
this
coach. So.
new adaptation to these retakes because they really need to clean this up. It is 5v5 though. This is going to be so
So
hard.
return retake
Bucky
with the
in
Killjoy
hand,
ult.
though.
Let's see how this
EDG
goes.
use these shotguns to their advantage.
Kalita has to be careful here. You've got the turret and the alarm bot, but you can
So
tell
we're
the
gonna
intent
ult.
here is for you
What
to
is
play
the
off of
reaction
Hunter's
from
Fury
attack?
because
Oh,
Glenn
we're
has
not.
the lockdown,
So ult. Never
and
mind.
because
We
of the
can't
pulse
ult.
plan
So
anyway,
ult.
but you're right. There's a flank that's coming in from you.
Why would we play
Kalita
retake
has
with
to
a
be so
Killjoy
careful.
ult?
If she dies, the plan
Oh
is
wait.
spoiled.
Okay. So this is why this is
That
happening.
additional layer
So we're
is
trying
gone.
to stop
She
the server
forces the
ulting
fight. Kalita
desperately.
can't drop the Hunter's Fury to deny the lockdown. They have to wait it out. Oh my goodness, that's gutsy. That's bold. Where's the swing?
I
Where's
wanna
the
watch back
challenge?
this round
Rami was
so
there to
badly.
help. Oh, that was beautiful. What can Wawa Lee do? 12 HP
Right.
for Kalita.
I'm gonna
Rami's
explain this one
healthy.
very simply.
Wawa Lee is not. That Shock Dart could clean it up. But no, it takes a swing. She got it to half. Rami has to lay in the
Okay,
shot, and
so
she
really
does.
nice by again, like
Oh
I said
my
last round
gosh,
about the
what a
defense
chaotic
pressuring
round
the
that
ult away.
was, man. Like,
And like this time we
full
actually did it. We
committing,
pressured the
sticking
ult
to it
away
on
because we
site.
want to use the
I
Killjoy
mean,
ult.
EDG,
The thing
how
is
did
though,
they
is that the
not
server
time
doesn't
that right
need
with
to
the
actually
KJL?
commit
I
to the
mean,
ult from
that
here.
was crazy. They
The server
pushed
can just
G.
sit in
They
this
knew
corner
they
and
had
just
to
ult
take
this
that
ult.
fight. They knew that their Sova wasn't available
So I don't know
anymore
why
in order to also
Kalita
kill that
decided to try and
lockdown,
ult from
but
further
it was
back.
just so well played from Crew
Like,
that I don't think
you
EDG
become a
was
bit
ready
unprotected
at
when you go
all.
back
No,
here.
I
Whereas
do
like
think
here you're
Rami
just
was
protected. You can just ult the ult. I don't
MVP
really
of that
quite
round.
understand
Rami was
what.
there to help the
Yeah.
fight with Kalita to give her a little bit more room,
But
at least enough confidence to drop the
some
ult.
good work by defense to
That
try
was
and
absolutely huge, and then obviously
stop
getting
that.
the last
Oh,
kill. The round
dash
certainly
top
helps.
mid.
Again, aggression out from EDG. They've already taken up Cat off of the paranoia. They're trying to set up Blue to find success. It's just not really netting anything.
bit of
Yeah,
a
I mean,
weird
gambling
version.
wrong is always hard, but that
It's like,
pressure towards mid is
we
great
push
because
here,
Crew either has to fall
And
back
then we got like
and
3
re-clear
people
this,
here.
or
Sure.
hit towards A where there's
Yeah,
4
Very
players ready. So
strange.
seeing how this is going to play out, I mean, they're
Very
kind of back
strange.
towards that mid, knowing that they have
I
to
don't
re-clear
love
this.
like
Jett
this is
has
one of the things I
already
don't like about
rotated
Ascent.
off
Like just
and
playing
already set up in a different
like so many
spot.
teams are just committing sites with ults.
Remember
Like,
here,
if
you
they
see them use
X
the
like A
paranoia at
right
the
now,
beginning of the round
this
to try to
KO
set up
ain't
a
gonna
trap,
use
so
her
it's
ult.
really not
And if she does,
available
it's
if they
a
want to
waste
try
of
to
ult.
delay once they get a really good idea.
Now
where Crew's headed.
because of the drone is
Oh,
good.
that knife is huge. That hit 4. The
Right.
only person that wasn't tagged was Rami.
Yeah, with a knife like that, you're definitely going to have to call it
Like
cancel
even
because
there,
your
like we just
whole
denied the
execute
hit.
is just up in bits,
Like, it's not
grabbing
bad,
the
but
orb and falling
It
off.
can go
That's, like,
so
the
wrong
only thing
doing
that.
that.
You
It
can
can
do.
go so
But
so
they
wrong.
are looking to retake that mid space, kind of ballsy because they didn't know that Jett was not there anymore.
Michaela has to find
Guys,
some value here.
it's telling me a
Seeing
hype
Bang on the
train
other
is
side of the
close,
smoke, and
by
you've
the
got
way.
Blue waiting.
Get your hype trains in
Is she
the
not gonna
chat.
run it? How
I
is she
don't know
alive?
what that
What is
means.
this?
I don't know what that
Whoa!
means.
How
Oh!
did she get 2?
What is
Oh
going
my
on?
god, I didn't catch that. I was too excited by the
How
hype
did she
train.
stay alive that long without taking any damage?
Can we get the slug train going, guys? I don't know what that
Eugene
means.
is so good at avoiding everything and just staying alive. Like, that is crazy. EDG, what is going on? Crew, you need to have way more confidence in getting those picks and picking those
Right, timeout. Good time to time out.
Dude, Yusin is actually incredible at dodging, at staying alive.
Most common
hiding
thing
in
we'll see
smokes, avoiding util. Even when
this
hit
getting
by
picked up
util,
and just
playing in those angles that you can't really spam through. And
just,
you have to wide swing into her crosshair.
it's the
Actual anime plot armor. That's the craziest thing. Yusin has had so many
Slug Club
ridiculous rounds
hooray.
this
No,
series.
Slug Train hooray.
And you see it as a prime gaming flaw.
Right now we're on a Slug Tram. Like it's going slowly.
How? What?
But to go full
Yeah,
train
that
mode,
was
there needs to
bad.
be
A really
more
good setup, though, from
more
the
subs,
defense
gifts,
side. I mean,
or
that knife
bits used
completely
apparently.
canceling that
Oh, you missed that.
Yeah.
There's no slug.
Where it
There's no
all
train.
started.
The
That
train.
was perfect.
The
And
train
Honestly,
departed.
I'm surprised that they re-hit
It
because
left the
they drew
station.
out
You
the
guys
null
missed
command.
it.
Yeah.
Out from the KO,
You
so I know,
missed the
okay,
opportunity.
you got the knife, yeah, you got spotted, but you drew out the null command.
Yeah.
You missed your
Flip the map or
opportunity.
reset, but they just
That's
pushed back
it.
in, and unfortunately, they guessed wrong ultimately in trying to go back.
Why
in
were
A.
you always
Yeah, and the worst part was
whining in
they
the
re-hit
timeouts?
after not even trying to apply any more pressure.
I
to
don't
the
know
Ascent.
if I'm
Like, they ended
supposed
up
to
just,
be
like,
Sliggy or
walking
Mini,
back
and I
into
don't know
mid.
what you
If
mean.
you were planning on re-hitting, you need to put pressure towards mid, put pressure towards that B main, knowing that
Sure.
the other team took so
Was
much
I
space
whining
on
in
you already.
timeouts?
You can't just let them have it.
I
and
felt
be
like I probably
well,
did. I
we're
look
just
like I
gonna
was
tell you
whining
guys
when
that
I
we're
did
going A,
timeouts.
so-
Right. Final timeout of the map has been called.
I felt I was fairly composed in my
It's just going
timeouts,
to
or
be
at least
action the rest
felt
of the way. Crew
composed.
hanging on to a 2-round lead, trying to put EDG away, trying to stay alive in this tournament. They've gotten this close. Can they finish the job? Meanwhile, for EDG, as would be obvious, they're fighting for tournament life. Have not won a map in the tournament yet. And on the precipice of extending
Nice
the series
traffic
if they can
middle.
pull this off. And that's an excellent start. It's
Yo,
bowling
Boaster, can you do
confident.
something like
She's gonna
this instead of the
find
crap
all
stuff
three.
you did in Japan?
What a round out from Blue.
I've just quit it like so hard.
Disarray, but Khalid and Kinnear somehow
This was quite nice.
still have a decently winnable situation. Kinnear
quite like that.
invests the ult, tries to get out onto B. And Khalid has been
I don't
spotted.
love
was
that
the
we
one-
left B completely open
What?
with nothing.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
A
better than
little
what
bit of
Fnatic were doing.
miscons. I mean, this flood almost doing work, but again, everyone's just taking ones on the EDG side.
Slug Club
Doesn't matter,
hooray.
Clem finally getting the kill onto Kalita, and now they're just waiting for the spike to be planted.
You're editing a
was a
Nats
2v4.
video?
But they've kept it
This guy
competitive.
doesn't.
Kinnear
This
has
guy
plenty
not
of
only
time.
does he
One
quit his
problem
streams
is that
early,
they
he
know where she
steals
is. There's no
content
element
as
of
well.
surprise.
Like I don't get it, guys.
Here,
Like
there's
how
no
is this
ult to flip the map,
fraud?
there's nothing like that.
How are you
It's
guys
already
letting this fraud be the face of Valorant?
a fake TP?
When I'm here,
Just to cause
like
some
when
problems.
I'm
The
here,
first spot, and now position given away, swings out boldly.
graphic
with
design
paranoia in hand.
extraordinaire.
Looking for the fights and gets them, and it
Coach
was
of
not
the
the
people.
fight that you wanted. EDG breached the gap down to 1.
My God, what a messy round.
Japan had 5
EDG
hours
is
game time
making
and
me
100
so
League of
scared.
Legends.
I'm literally getting anxiety watching this because
Fair enough,
that
to
was
be
so
honest.
solid from Blue. Look at the work that she put in.
I want to play more
Amazing
TFT, but
blind,
I've committed
amazing
to
util,
Sliggy
amazing
stream.
dart, just spamming and taking
I'll be
advantage of
honest.
that, but then ending up
That's
here,
what I could do.
forgetting
Could
about
I?
the player
That's
in
what I
mid,
should do.
and then
Wait.
ending up taking
I
the
should
one
raise myself
on
right
site.
now.
So scary, but it doesn't matter.
I should
'cause at the
raise
end of the
myself
day,
right now
that
and just play
early aggression
TFT.
got them this
Surely
round
that
super
that
fast.
is what we should be doing.
It's been so messy and it's been so scrappy.
Sorry, I'm
That does
joking.
not
I'll
seem
pay
to
attention
change
again.
this
I
round.
lost
Look at how fast
concentration.
they've already scaled up. The problem is EDG have 3 members that are still playing proper on site.
Just
So
a
yeah,
fast
you
B
have
exec,
some
a
space
weird
outside
dash
of
into the
B-main,
corner, something we don't see very
outside of
often.
site proper, but you haven't cleared
It's
that out.
worked,
And you don't
but we've
really
got
have the
3 people
weaponry to fight
defending.
with. You have 2 Spectres.
Oh, no.
Is that going to be enough? They've already gotten 1 kill. She didn't
We're
see
gonna
the second
lose
while Ali was
okay.
still up. And they're
EDG
all
got
gonna crumble.
EDG were
They
playing that
invested the null
position
command.
very strange.
Rami left in a 1v3. And
They
it's
just
just
sat
not
on
gonna
top of
pan out.
each
We're
other
tied
and
at
sat.
11.
My goodness. Okay, we were talking about how
No, I
good
can't
EDG
raid
is at
myself
holding
because
sites.
it's
They were
not
like,
me
yeah,
in
let's
control
play
of the
ourselves.
stream.
Let's just hold
Never
the
mind,
site. We're
Sliggy didn't
through
give me
this time.
power.
And I think that was really, really well played.
I don't have the
mean,
power.
Crew tried to do a play where they pushed into market. They even sent the Omen blind.
Yeah,
but it
3
did
on
not
site
work
is kind of
because Omen
crazy,
playing.
and they didn't have
Then
good
had
positions on
this
site at all.
setup
But
on site, it looked a little scary for a second with 2 players sitting behind that default box, but it doesn't matter because Wawa Lee had the
It's the Kang
crossfire from
Oh, it's
that
Kang
danger
Kang.
spot, doing such a good job.
The Kang
And the crazy
monitor.
thing is Michaela didn't spot her.
Yeah.
She
Okay,
got
it's
out
Kang
on the
Kang.
site and she turned, she checked it.
Big
It was
smile
just
on
too
his
fast, or
face.
it wasn't wide enough, and that was the difference maker. Again, an instance where these tiny micro instances decide the round.
Yep. Exactly. And now we have Hunter's Fury
My
still
God, how are
on
Crew
the
losing
EDG
now?
side with the Omen
not
TP.
been
Not a
zoned in.
single ult for Crew, looking like they're going to set up for a mid default. Slowing
Turret
down
middle
the
in
round,
the
trying
mid.
to do
The
what they
turret
did
in the
earlier.
middle of mid. It's
Oh,
bold.
drone not spotting.
Oh,
No, it didn't spot either. It was a little high. She's still getting the tag. Rami dancing for dear
Okay, I
life.
might be breaking one of the rules, but Leo wouldn't have ulted that.
They've gotten
Leo
so
would have
far out.
said,
Yeah,
no
just
way.
5 HP left on the
No
other side
way.
of that.
No way.
They have no idea
I'm trying
how
to do a
many
Leo
members
impression.
of crew are mid right now. They just know that the drone got cleared. They don't know how many guns were waiting on the other side.
He's
Now
very
both are
particular
fired.
about what he wants to ult and not ult.
The alarm
But
bomb,
that,
the
I
swing,
know
that
he
is-
wouldn't ult that.
I mean, that's
I know he's
almost
the kind of guy who
flawless.
wouldn't ult that. He doesn't like a
Yeah,
blind
Crew
ult.
needed to clear out that KJ utility, so they had that mid space to do stuff, but instead it caught Jet off guard. They're ending up to split towards Cat. I mean, this is such a good call.
It's not that Leo would have killed
kill.
3
Oh,
with
she
that
was
ult, it's that Leo would only ult if
They're
he could
scaling
kill
into
3.
spawn. You've seen it ulted off of
Nice
sight
garden.
to be the
Garden.
first real critique
Blue got
we can
kind of
give
put in a weird
of the
spot
player who's
there.
had such an
Just shot on the
outrageous
side of the
map.
head.
And in the potential waning hours,
The Garden XX
that's when
becoming
things
quite
potentially go
quite a big
sideways.
thing in
The
this
spike
game.
is planted.
Like, we've seen it
Clem,
like
you've
3
seen
times, I
left into
think. The
2v4
Garden's been kind
before. We saw
of
Crew make a really good run at a situation just like this a few moments
kind
ago.
of used.
But Clem's gonna have to do it all on her own. Yeah, you have a member who's weak,
It's a very strong
but this
idea
feels
against
borderline
some
impossible.
teams.
The benefit is they have some money.
I wouldn't be
Clem can
surprised
go
if it's
for
very
it,
strong
maybe
in
take a
GC,
gamble and see if
because
you can
lots
win
of GC
something out.
teams I think play Sight a lot.
But it's just not going to be the case.
A nice round.
Crew gets a series point and EDG pushed out onto the ropes.
Man, that was so rough.
That's
like,
artists.
EDG getting that first blood, like they know that they have the numbers advantage, but they're still not
don't
ready
know
for
what's
the
going on.
way that Crew is reacting. Again,
No
Crew
way,
is so
bro.
fast with the way that they react and pushing together, taking that cat. And
How many
splitting.
chances?
That was so good,
They've
but look at
one
this. Everyone is
chance,
just taking
one
once.
opportunity
Blue is completely
to seize everything they ever
unaware.
wanted.
Houston just
Will they
trying their
capture
hardest
it,
to do
or will they
something,
let it slip?
But nothing can be done when everyone on your site is already dead, and let the whole team take the space.
Her palms are sweaty. These weak arms are heavy.
Here the blades used at the beginning of the round.
Is there
Michaela
vomit
and
on
a
that
couple of other
sweater?
members of the attacking side have been tagged. Blue's taken some of this space
Who
already in
knows?
B main, which is nice, and then you can fall back. You still have the
Draw the
Killjoy
one. Oh, I'm
set up
sorry.
to provide some cover and add
There
an
is
additional line of defense in case
one-
you have to give that space
One
back up.
opportunity.
Yeah, both teams playing it
Wait, where's the
slow,
thickness
pushing
here?
up to kill that Killjoy turret,
One
but
opportunity.
it is only gonna not
Mom
pop
spaghetti.
the
Mom
reaction. Crew
spaghetti.
actually playing super slow still. They put pressure
Ooh.
towards that main, but EDG is pushed up all the way through B. Romy, is she aware of the knives?
The gun barrel. She's been spotted. She's dead. And they're going to be rotating into
Get
her.
away, get away,
A
Blue.
cloudburst is gonna
That's
be
my boy,
enough to
Blue.
pave the way to safety.
Do you guys know that film?
But now, I mean, Crew are left in fits.
Old school.
You don't feel safe going B. The one benefit is you have Khalida, who has not moved A. But you imagine EDG are going to be
Khalita's ready
watching
with
this.
a
They have
drone
so
on
much.
A, though.
They have so much passive info off of this Killjoy setup.
Yeah, I mean,
She-
Sova starting
I
to
think she
rotate
needs to
towards that
drone
A side.
soon,
Getting a
or the
call that
knife's
they
coming
need, but
back.
hopefully not
30
slow,
seconds
not
left.
too
Ah,
slow.
they're just gifted.
Nanos start to come through. The paranoia is going to buy some
Oh, the
space, but
recoil
they have
gets
to push
broken.
out into it anyway. With 20 seconds left out on the
Oh,
round.
this is nice.
Time
Wow,
is
wow.
of the essence. The spam up from the Odin not connecting, but they're warning shots and they hurt. The flash forward, are they going to fight into tree? No, you see it on the
No.
swing, decapitated by Michaela, but
Okay.
EDG holds the line. Kinnear left alone in a 1v4,
good
and we're
retake.
not done yet.
Blue,
My
12-11.
goodness, EDG, that
Literally,
was
they
so-
go
I mean,
home
Romy
if they
just so
lose this
unaware that
round.
the
They go
Jets have
home if
pushed
they
up
lose this round. And
all
Blue
the
said,
way. That
yeah,
was
I don't care.
crazy. That
I'm
was
running
so-
through B.
Oh my God, it's like watching the nerves starting to push
That
into both of
is
these teams trying
incredible.
desperately to just win out this map. EDG coming
Incredible
back,
stuff.
making it a 12-12. That's what you want to see. I mean, it feels like the confidence has been great. Crew trying to push into that tree because they know they need numbers. They just chose the wrong side because this team was finally ready for this aggression.
You circle the
and
1, not the
EDG just
12.
completely shut it
You're
down.
not looking at Slicky. Oh, it's the duck.
Clem was cold with it.
The duck's fallen. I think the duck
What
was
an
nicely
outrageous
set
map.
up before.
And
And
again,
now
it's only
he's
fair that we
fallen.
get a couple
After
of extra
seeing that
rounds to see
round, the
this
duck
continue
is
to play
dead.
out. Tied at 12.
Well, that looks a bit sus. That
Overtime
looks a
to
bit
decide
sus.
who wins Ascent.
Let's get rid of that. Looking a bit sus.
Does EDG survive, or does Crew advance?
You waiting for a mini Sliggy coach stream for so long?
EDG on the attacking
Sliggy
side, you
refuses
see
to
there's
watch
perhaps
games with
some
me because I'll end up
expectation from
flaming.
They've got the turret, and they have you seen waiting for some of that pressure to be applied, but it
I'll
does
end
not
up
come to
flaming.
fruition.
Yeah, EDG opting for a contact play. They know Crew has super fast reactions to any set of util, and now walking all the way up Cat. But the flash is there ready. Shies, you should have peeked with that because that was beautiful. But it doesn't matter. EDG's opting to go through
see what I said?
towards that heaven
I think I was a
spot.
genius. I said guard on exit's been a big thing in this game, and then boom, guard on exit. Get me on the desk.
On the other side, Crew strikes at the perfect time. Clem left in a 1v4, a disaster.
But going A against 3 people is probably pretty difficult, so rest in peace.
I mean, there's so many things that Clem has to consider here.
I haven't flamed much at all.
Like a knife, like the 4
That's
remaining
true.
members of Crew, like the fact that the spike
I think
was
I'm
not
less
in
likely to flame
like
game
the fact that your
changes
tournament life
though.
is currently being threatened.
Like if Fnatic were playing, I'd be going in.
Like the fact that the crowd
I'd
is
be
slowly
going
behind
in.
Crew.
There'd be no
It just continues to pile
prisoners held.
up, and that might be it. That might be
It was
enough
fun watching
to
Fnatic
tip
play
the
though.
scales. Crew with the lead
did feel
once
fun
again.
watching them.
Series point.
For a second, EDG looked like they
Like
finally
watching
cracked
them
the
when you're not
code on how
coaching,
to
like
win
it
this attack side contact up.
makes it much
And I
more
was just
fun.
talking about how fast Crew's
You get to
reactions
watch
are.
them just be
The delay
mechanically
with the KO
like
flash
gifted,
was
you know.
so good, and it just
Like
let
whereas
the
when I'm
whole
watching
team
with like
kind of
my
flood
coach
in and be
eyes,
able
it's
to
like I
be
don't
ready
get to.
for whatever EG was gonna
I'm not
do. They
allowed to
took heaven.
appreciate
I mean,
the
just
mechanics.
Not quick enough,
Like,
not fast enough.
that's the way
They
I saw
didn't
my
have
job.
anyone holding behind them,
So I wasn't
holding their
allowed to
flank. It was
appreciate
so
the
messy,
mechanics as
but
much.
it's such a good idea at the beginning of the round.
Crew are gonna have to do it on the attacking side in this Killjoy utility. But the knife is gorgeous.
It's just-
Tech Clem. They
It's
can
just
get
gone
past
into
everything
X6
that's
into
been set up.
XX. The BX6 I think have been
And
the
look at how far
stronger.
up Michaela has gone. There's no
I
way
did-
you expect this here.
Kayla?
Can she find
Go on.
another? Wisely takes a
Okay.
step back. Killjoy down. Just
Team
3
Flash?
members left from EDG.
That's why you shouldn't play KO
As
rank,
Crew
guys.
want to put this map
Because you
away,
guys
want to
suck
put
and you
this
do
series
flashes like
away.
that all the time.
The finishing touches of aggression seem to be exactly what they need, unless Yusin can play spoiler once
Okay.
more. Keeping
Navi
things
versus
competitive,
Loud,
trying to
champs.
equalize things a
Navi
little
loses
bit further.
post plant every
EDG
single
now have
time
to push
and then lose
forward.
the game. And then Loud
They
play
have
us
to
and beat
venture
us.
out into the space that's been established by Crew, where the line has been set.
Nope,
The smoke
never
is
mind,
checked,
it's not
Wama
Navi.
Lee left alone, and it will not
GG's.
be enough. Crew take down
GG's,
EDG.
GG's.
Crew survive.
What a map. That was so close, back and forth. EDG putting such a good fight up towards Crew, but at the end of the day, Crew showing absolute dominance.
Yeah, I kind of
in
wanted
that
Crew to win,
overtime,
to be
showing
honest. I
that
feel
they
like
can be
if
quick,
your team's
they
got
can
a
play
sub in it,
better,
you
they
can
be
lose just fine.
mechanically amazing. And both these teams showing that as a team, they are so strong. But like we said, the small little mistakes, the small little issues, making each round go towards that Crew.
I mean, we got to talk about the poise that Crew has shown.
EG.
I think when you have a team like EDG who's playing aggressively, who's starting to show some depth to playbook, and who mounts a pretty ridiculous comeback right after it felt like they had lost control of the situation in the second half. A lot of teams can
Yeah, the
fold
pink
in that
trousers
situation, and
going
they aren't
in.
able to close it out, and then they go into map
But
3. But
pull that
Crew
camera
has
back.
shown-
We want to
yeah,
see
they
the
showed a
full
lot of grit,
bow.
they showed a
What's
lot
going
of
on?
poise, and EDG,
Why are we
I mean,
zoom
they
in?
put up one hell of a
There we go.
fight.
The full.
For sure. I mean, on